So, the first thing is put your foot on the pedal and scooch up a little as close. There you go. And then you want to make sure that your foot's comfortable. So give it full speed, come off. Should feel right. You need to tweak it a little bit or adjust the pedal. Okay, so just get her moving. And a lot of time, I'm gonna just show you kind of hand positioning and stuff like that. So get the wheel moving, put the sponge in your hand, expose just the tip of your index finger on there, elbows down on your legs. And then what I do is I just kind of support my hand like this and get her moving. And then make your finger tight, the index finger. And you're gonna take this, and what I do is I go right here and I hold it there for a second, right? And then once I get that, I just take this and slide that down like that. And then it's on there. You're not gonna get any water underneath it. Make sense? Yeah. So now it's stuck on there, because one of the frustrating things is you get a little water under there and then it starts sliding all over the place. So let's get the wheel moving. A little bit faster, and then dunk your hands in. And I just want you to cross your thumbs and then cradle it. Don't do anything. There you go. And I just want you to kind of feel elbows locked, everything's tight, fingers are tight. So I kind of push like that. So there's pressure here, 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 and here, everywhere on all your fingers. So then when you pull your hands away, look at it, it's almost center. So no, just keep the wheel going at one speed. A little bit faster, just a knot. There you go. So now try that again. See how you lifted your elbows up? Lock them in place. There you go. That's going to be stability. Now I want you to feel this. Oh, actually, hang on one second. I'm going to take away a little bit of clay out of that. A little bit too much.
I just want to take some.
Ah. There, we'll knock that off. Okay, so cradle it again, elbows locked. And then feel where I put pressure right there. See how it pulls to center? Yeah. So I'm putting pressure here, 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 all along there in that thumb. And then magically, let's take your hands away. Now I'm gonna try this on your own. See if you can pull that to center. Block your elbow. There you go. Torque that right hand just a little bit. Hold it steady, hold it steady, hold it steady, hold it steady. There you go, you got it. Slowly take your hands away. That was good. I'm gonna try that again. Give you a quiz. That was really good. Torque that hand. Oh, you're a natural. Slowly take your hands away. That was great. That's a trick. That's one of the hardest. Have you thrown before?
Oh, just doing.
Oh no, that's good. No, you've got a good way of holding that hand steady, because basically you're holding that, and it conforms to the inside of your hand. But if you let slack go, then the pop goes. Okay, so I'm gonna have you position your hands again, and the first motion is we're gonna move it upwards. So it goes like this. Those thumbs come apart, and get a good grip on there. Elbows tight. And squeeze. See how that comes up? Hold it, don't rip it off. Gently pull your hands away. So it rolls up. In an ideal world, you're gonna kind of raise a little bit like that.
Okay.
So now there's two ways of pushing this down. So cup your overlap your thumbs and kind of cradle it from the top here. And then keep everything firm, but you don't want to dig in it. It's more like right here. See, like that?
Yeah.
See how you're not pushing in it then? See?
Okay.
So this is more feeling based as it's coming down, and then it kind of see how it fills into your pinkies and your hands in there? And then slowly take your hands away. In an ideal world, we want to get it. See how my thumb is across like that?
Yeah.
We want it to kind of be like this mushroom cap.
Okay.
So now let's push it back up again. I would have this all the way out, because your fingers, there you go. And squeeze with these. See how it comes up? You're squeezing with the tip, like it's almost like the tips of your fingers, and it magically moves up. And see how there's a gap here? If you were like this, you'd start shaking. But when you're like that, you've got something to work with. See, there you go. So slowly take your hands away. Now the next way of taking this clay and pushing it down, crossing your thumbs was feeling based. This would be a little bit more visually based. So I take this and I hold this firmly. This goes over like that. Oh, try to keep it just like there. This goes here, elbows on your legs. This is all nice and tight. And see how I come like this? And I push down and I push it into the other hand. So see, there's a little bit of that dome. So watch this. So I go like that. See how that dome goes away? So you hold it right like that. Then go ahead and put that other hand on top. Go like, there you go. So see how that works now? And then snug your pinky a little bit. Take that pinky and snug it up a little. So just remember what that feels like. So that's more feeling based. You can actually see it center. So tomato, you kind of figure out like you got this or you got like this.
Yeah.
So then go a little bit faster on the wheel. There you go. So now let's clean up a little bit because it'd be a little goopy. Okay. So now what's going to happen is we need to create a little divot in there. So I go back to how you had your thumbs and just focus on your right thumb. And the other one kind of is next to it, and then kind of just go like a little bit like that. See, I just make that little belly button.
Yeah.
That's all you really need to start it out. Just you initiate the hole.
Okay.
Then what's going to happen is we're going to focus on your middle finger and these three other fingers because that's going to create your funnel. So everything's really tight. This is tight, elbows are tight. And I'm going to go like this. See how we start right there?
Yeah.
And see how you're focusing on the middle finger. And then those other three fingers kind of follow suit. And see how your hands are really steady?
Yeah.
Then slowly come up. So this is what you have right here. Then we need to widen the bottom. See how it's a funnel? So go back to exactly how you had your hands and watch what I do with the middle finger here. See how I undercut it, but without opening the top. Slowly take your hands away. Make sense?
Yeah.
So you just go whoop, and you may have to take your nails down a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to round this. So now this is the sponge that I use. So see this little bulge that kind of happened? We're going to take this hand and place it in there. Pinky can point out. We're going to expose the side of your index finger. And we're just going to take that. And see how I just push in a little bit like that? See how that takes out that bulge out of there?
Yeah.
Okay, so take a breath for a second. So we had push up, push down. This is visually based, that's feeling based. We open and then we establish the bottom. So now we're gonna pull this into a cylinder. So let's get her going again. And pulling is a little bit slower than centering. So a tad bit, just a little notch more. A little bit, there we go. A little bit more. Okay, that's good. So this is gonna go here, right? That pinky's gonna kind of hang out there. That thumb's gonna hang out here. On this one, just expose the side of your index finger a little bit. And don't do anything. I'm just gonna position your hands. Just let them glide like that. Feel what that feels like?
Yeah.
Now just keep the thumbs are back to back. You're looking at the side of this index finger. And it's gonna push in right here and then together, both hands come up, come up, come up. Keep that inside hand coming up too. There you go. Then we hold up, gentle, 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 gentle. I'm gonna pull your hand away, slowly take your hands away. You can't stall out. You can't, you know what I mean? Because that's how it rips off. But that's fine, I'm gonna work a little bit of magic here. Try to get the little thin spot out of there. There you go. Okay, so typically what we do is when we pull, they've got to get this weight up and you ease on that pressure. So let's take this, put a little bit of water on the pot, then go back to just how you had your hand positioning, but don't do anything. So you got your inside hand, there you go. The thumbs can be back to back. This goes like this. I would expose just a little bit of the clay. There you go, perfect. Don't remember what this feels like. And that middle finger is the longest finger, so that's what you should be pushing against. So now we just push down here a little bit, push in, push in, push in, push in, now together. Bring it up, gentle, 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 gentle. Come up to the top, come up to the top. Hold it, slowly take your hands away. That should have felt really good. See that?
Yeah.
Okay, so now this is where it gets a little tricky. Your pinky's only so long, right? So it can't fit in there anymore. So all
Yeah.
4 fingers have to go in, and then you're gonna throw your thumb onto this area because you gotta go like this. So your shoulders come up a little bit, your elbow loosens up. So just position your hands. There you go. And that middle finger is your point of contact. That thumb goes up here. There you go. This goes like this. That elbow can kind of hang out. This elbow can kick up a little bit. So you reach in. There you go. See how you're looking down? Now just hold this for a second. That's perfect. I would try to stabilize. There you go. Because when that's stable, then it's a little bit easier.
Okay.
So push in and come up. Don't push out. Straight up, straight up, straight up. Don't push out. Don't push out. Stop pushing out. There you go. Keep coming up. Keep coming up. Keep coming up. Hold it. Slowly take your hands away. That's one of the most common, like, trippy things about this is that inside hand starts drifting. Try to force it to go upwards only. So we'll try this again. A little bit of water on the inside and the outside. Just position your hands, get comfortable. That elbow can loosen up, reach in there. That thumb goes over here. This goes completely sideways like that with your index finger. Right, there you go. That should feel good. The middle finger is your point of contact. Try not to push against that. Push in a little bit. Come up, come up, come up. Beautiful. Don't push out. Straight up. Don't push out. Straight up. Straight up. Try not to push out. See like how your thumb is, you want to get it more like, there you go. It should ride right at like 3 o'clock. Come up, come up, come up, come up, come up.
It's
Yep,
like,
slowly take your hands away. You lost your concentration on that one. So when you do this, see my hands right here?
yeah.
Nothing moves. They go straight up, and this hand was a little bit lower. Here, we'll clean up a little bit. The hand on the inside was a little bit lower. That's why it got a little wonky there for a second. And then you started pushing towards like 6 o'clock versus like being around 3 or 4 o'clock. So I'm just gonna kind of straighten up this cylinder just a little bit. So it's getting a little bit on the thinner side, which is perfect. So this is gonna kind of be the rehearsal part now. So remember, see how I trickle some water on?
Yeah.
And then on this one, instead of so much sponge hitting the pot, try to just have a little sponge with a little bit of your skin touching the side. Because people get in a habit of like sponging it to death because it gets slippery with just your fingertip, and then you get kind of stuck. Okay, so just position your hands. You can kick the elbow up, reach in there, all 4 fingers, that thumb goes there. This goes here, but there you go. It's like, see how like your middle finger is pushing, your middle finger's gotta be at like 3 o'clock. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Don't remember how this feels. See how it's right here at 4 o'clock? That should feel good. So now gently push in and come up. Come up. See how nice that is? Don't push out. Hold it. Slowly take your hands away. Try to remember exactly where that position is, because I think when you tighten it up, that's where you start pointing towards yourself instead of being like right here.
Okay.
So instead of me barking in my ears, your ear now, so just rehearse this like 20 times. Think about this until it feels right. Lower back, make sure this feels right, throw your thumb over it and try to rehearse that, because that, quite honestly, is the most difficult part about this, is learning how to raise that cylinder. Good job.